Let's talk about the power of Transpose. I will fully admit that when I was leveling Black Mage, once I got Aspect Mastery unlocked, back then it was at level 72, I never touched Transpose again, and this was a mistake. Turns out there's actually a great use for it. Let's break it down. So, the standard rotation at level 90 will end with Despair and Xenoglossy, then Blizzard 3 to go into Umbral Ice. Then go through Umbral Ice, Blizzard 3 and Blizzard 4, Paradox, Refresh Thunder, and then cast Fire 3 to shift back to Astral Fire. Now, enter the FireStarter proc. And look, I'm totally guilty of overlooking the importance of this trait. It gives us an instant cast free Fire 3, which is awesome. We love a good free explosion. But the importance of this is a bit more subtle. Let's go ahead and intentionally proc it here using one of our casts of Sharpcast. Now, by the way, this is a good spot to point out that this is not a rotation guide or a full-fledged Black Mage guide. We're just talking about one specific perk of the class. Ideally, you would use Sharpcast for your Thunder procs every time you enter Umbral Ice. But for the purposes of demonstrating this example, we'll use it on Paradox in our Astral Fire phase. Doing this will guarantee us a FireStarter proc, which will last for 30 seconds. We'll finish up our Astral Fire here and then move into Umbral Ice using Blizzard 3. All normal stuff so far. Once we're all set in Umbral Ice though, instead of simply casting Fire 3, we're going to transpose to Astral Fire first and then use our FireStarter proc. This will give us a more powerful Fire 3 since we are already in Astral Fire 3. Additionally, it'll give us a double weave window, although depending on where you are in the fight, it may not be necessary to take advantage of that. This extra damage is the main focus, and it's a lot of extra damage. We're talking about potentially hundreds of potency, or thousands of hit points of damage, however you want to look at it, that you could be missing if you're simply casting Fire 3 using that FireStarter proc instead of transposing first. It's a bit more APM, but honestly, at least for me, this is part of what makes Black Mage so much fun. It's a small change of operation, but it makes a huge difference in the long run. It can also allow for more movement in a fight when it lines up, but this isn't something I would put too much weight on. If it lines up, great, but if it doesn't, there's no need to fret about this. And there's lots of nuance like this when it comes to Black Mage. Don't be intimidated by it. And if you ever have questions, YouTube is loaded with great guides and info on the class. And hey, if you liked this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy XIV content. Have fun blowing everything up, and I'll see you out there.